Hello, welcome to the part of the programme.
I'll be telling the Politics Show about a new scheme that's helping people like John here beat depression.
And it's keeping us in work and saving you, the taxpayer, money.
Now then, mental illness is still something many people would rather not talk about, yet it's estimated it costs the country tens of billions of pounds a year. Tomorrow sees the launch of Mental Health Awareness Week, and Robin Powell has been looking at a project in Nottingham that's helping people stay in work by dramatically reducing the time they have to wait for treatment.
Don't want to go to sleep because I know that when I wake up, it's all going to start again. Because then when I wake up in the morning, I'm shaking, and I just want to pull the covers over.
There's a feeling of hopelessness, no future. In fact, I'd got to the point that I actually didn't want to exist anymore.
It's just a lonely place, very, very lonely place.
Depression, the debilitating and life-threatening condition that within 10 years is expected to become the world's most common illness. Here in Britain, 1 in 6 people experience depression or some other form of mental illness at some point in their lives. Ndinda Kamuyu from Nottingham became depressed earlier this year. Fortunately for her, Ndinda's local primary care trust had recently benefited from a new government initiative called IAPT, or Improving Access to Psychological Therapies. In the past, patients typically had to wait for a year before seeing a therapist, and Ndinda's treatment began within 3 weeks.
I don't know if I'd have been able to cope much longer than that. I'd have probably, done something terrible to myself, which, looking back now, would have been awful for my family and friends that I know. I can't recommend it any better.
It's very early days for the IAPT programme, but I think our early results are actually demonstrating that we are getting people better quite quickly just through a few sessions of cognitive behavioural therapy or 1 or 2 of the other treatments that we have available.
Poor mental health is already believed to cost the UK economy a staggering £77 billion every year. That's equivalent to 5% of our GDP. By 2026, it's estimated the cost will amount to more than 10% of GDP. That's a prospect that no government could afford to ignore. The government acknowledges that on its own, making therapy more widely available is not enough. It also needs to change people's attitude towards mental illness.
It's very important that we tackle that stigma, make these services much more accessible and engage other government departments, people that are involved in providing jobs and training and homes for people, and say, come on, together we can provide more help to people to help them out of their mental ill health into mental well-being.
This is Nottingham's Support into Work team, which is funded as part of the IAPT scheme. In the past, those with depression could be off work for months, even years. Nowadays, work is seen as an aid to recovery.
It gives people a challenge, it gives people an opportunity to succeed. They socialise with their colleagues, they have a reason to get up in the morning and build confidence and their self-esteem. The list goes on.
John Foss is one of David's patients. A dispute with his former employer left him severely depressed. 3 months later, John feels just about ready to face an interview for a new job on Tuesday.
David, he's been there for me. He's helped me to look forward, to move forward, to try and sort my CV out, think positive. I've always been a proud person about my work. Not being there, I feel awful. I will be absolutely over the moon if I got that job. I could start to live again, I could start to be me. I want to be me, I want me back. Like Christine says, she wants the old John back.
And the good news is that Phase 2 of the IAPT scheme is just beginning, with all but one of the region's other PCTs about to come on stream. Bassetlaw PCT will have to wait for Phase 3. For patients like John and Ndinda, quicker and easier access to therapy can't come soon enough.
And that's it for this week from the East Midlands. Don't forget you can catch the programme again on the BBC iPlayer. Time now, though, to hand you back to John Sopel. Bye-bye.
Let's go back to this weekend's big story now, the Irish decision to ratify the Treaty of Lisbon. The UKIP leader Nigel Farage is with us now. Nigel Farage, welcome. I know you're just back from Dublin, where you've been spending UKIP money on